What's up, superstars? Back with another video. You got Superstar Rob and you got Superstar Nation. How you guys doing? Oh man, beating me up every single day. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. Join the Superstar fam and hit the bell notification button to get every single video every single day. We do not miss. We are here for you every single day. Also, the Superstar VIPs, $2.99 a month. Star beside your name, access to a spreadsheet giveaway. Super duper rares are in the house. You guys, we're gonna do something for you guys. Still trying to decide exactly what it is, but you guys deserve something for sure. Also, X, Instagram, Discord, you can reach out to us. Really recommend you guys join the Discord. It's in the description below. Even if you haven't used Discord before, just get it, because this is how we run all of our gifting programs. So if you participate in our channel, if you use any of our links, you let us know in the Discord, and at the end of the month, I'm going to assign you stars, and you might get gifted some really, really cool prizes. So I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. Today we're going to talk some more Veve. Joe and I have been doing a lot of Veve videos recently because we've been really interested in how they've changed their drops. And I think that Veve has done actually a very good job on their drops as of late. We did a video about how they should continue rewarding whales. We've done a video with how they've used scarcity, right, to entice people to purchase drops because they lack utility. The collectibles lack utility, so you have to find a way to make it enticing for people to buy. Veve fans here did a post that he's very disappointed because of the odds of landing the secret rare are only like 0.008%. I haven't verified the odds. I'm just reading the post. I haven't looked into it because you guys know I'm a numbers guy. And he talked about how that Veve basically is, most of the stuff is going to go under retail except for like the secret rare. So what they've created is basically the rest of the collectibles become useless because a lot of people are buying because of the gambling aspect, which is actually depreciating some of the more common ones because they're all trying to chase that big item, right? Which is that secret rare. So I think really where he says that is that they are only creating a gambler's philosophy in their drop mechanisms. And I would agree with this. This is exactly what Veve is trying to do, right? They want to create that gambler mentality because that's what's going to sell drops. They don't have utility backing these collectibles. How else are you going to sell the drop? If you don't have utility, you must play games with scarcity. That will entice people because of the financial gain they may get. They will now buy this drop just because of the gambling aspect. And I think this is actually something that Veve is doing intentionally. And I think this is something that Veve should continue doing because this is how they, from a business perspective, are going to sell their drops. He continued on by saying, as a 3-year user of Veve, he'd like to suggest a drop like Disney Pinnacle from Dapper Labs. We've done lots of videos in Disney Pinnacle. I really like their open mint style. Basically, they have an open mint style, and whoever buys for a certain number of days, and then it closes, and that's it. It's over. That would be another great strategy as well. I think it's only useful, though, in certain cases. It may not be useful for every drop. And I think Veve's interested in overselling their demand. If you do just an open mint, you don't really oversell your demand. You basically match the supply matches the demand. But when you do things like this, where you have that gambling aspect to it, you may have people buying a lot more than they would have originally did because they want to go for the thrill of the chance, right? So if you take a look here, the drop has a little bit more. I'm just going to go through it quickly. So it's called Spider-Man Series 2. They actually have a Miles Morales common. You can see here the character has the Spider-Man face, very smooth finish on the black of the legs and the body. And I'm going to get to this in a second, so just remember the quality on this. You can see here we got Rhino. I mean, his eyes look a little off. The detail's not really there in the body. Forgot to mention that Miles Morales is 3,800 mints. Rhino is going to be 3,500 mints. Then they have Craven, also looking a little crazy. Craven's about 3,300 mints. And then you have the Silk. And Silk here is 250 mints, so a lot more rare. And then you have a secret rare Spider-Man Noir. And this one here has only 88 editions. That's it. So rare. And Veve's holding like the first 20. So it's a super, super, super rare collectible. And I think people are going to be very interested in this. One more thing to mention, they have a Peter Parker. This is a rare. And this can be crafted. So you can actually burn the Miles Morales to get this. And there's only 616 mints. So you have Veve on this drop, have a dual implementation of extreme scarcity to get that gambling aspect while simultaneously also employing a craft. So people who do get the common won't feel as bad, because if they did and they do this drop early, they will be rewarded by doing the craft. I got to give you hats off, Veve. You guys are finally starting to get it in terms of how to play with your drops to make it a little bit more interesting. You got the craft combined with the super scarcity. It's definitely going to be a recipe for success. I think people are going to definitely be going for this. Just one thing to mention, though, and I have to say, like, you guys, hats off, but the quality of the collectibles has really gone downhill, in my opinion. And I don't mean to bash. I don't know who the artists are for this one, and I don't mean to bash the artists for this one. Maybe, you know, they only had a certain amount of time to get it done. But with that being said, I personally think that the collectibles from the past Marvel Mighties have gone down in quality. I'm just surprised on the lack of depth with the characters themselves. This is supposed to be a digital collectible app. It's supposed to have premium licensed IP app. Is it really that hard to have like premium quality, even if it's going to be something that is like a Marvel Mighty and more animated? You know, I just look at the crinkles in the arms; they're not there. That, you know, I know it's a Marvel Mighty, but it's just not there. The creases of the shirt also doesn't just quite seem to hit it. Looks a bit metallic in terms of the chest plate. Again, the legs are very, very solid. The eyes are a bit kind of crooked. And it's kind of down the board. I mean, the Spider-Man Noir, you don't have that feature with the eyes, but again, it's very simple and it's very plain. And maybe people will like this. It also doesn't have feet. For whatever reason, they decided that the feet were not necessary, I guess. And I don't know if it's like that for all of them, or it's just the foot is just basically the same as the leg. Like, I don't know, like whatever happened with that. I mean, even this one here, right? It's the same kind of cut. And then this one here, again, the eye's a little bit off. Probably better in terms of the detail, but still, you know, I'm just not a fan of this. And I just want to give some other examples. Like look at this. Like, this is like the Spider Ham. Like, how is the Spider Ham better in quality than like all of those other ones that I just looked at? I'm airing my grievances a bit here, guys. I mean, this is something that's been bothering me for a long time. But I just, this one kind of like put me over the edge, and I'm gonna put it out on this video that I just want to do this comparison. Like, at least they've gone through. Look at the feet. Like, the quality of this Mighty, the quality of this collectible is just, in my opinion, objectively better. And I just don't know why they would put out collectibles without the feet like they did here. Like, you could argue it's a style thing, but I just think that it just doesn't look right. It just seems a little bit half done. You know, even this one, like this, they don't have feet, but they have taper. This is Ursula, right? She had taper in the tentacles to give that kind of depth, that character of this villain, right? You even had the makeup there. You had a little bit more styling. You still had the smooth black, but you had the decorations underneath of the white dots and the pink. Like, there's just a more going on. It's a little bit more visually pleasing, a little bit more interesting, I think, when it ends up in AR. And then, you know, I mean, I won't stop. I want to give 3 examples. Like, remember these Treehouse guys? The Treehouse guys were a really good example. They were animated. They were high quality. I remember when these came out, we thought they were some of the best animations we've seen on the app. So we know what Veve is capable of because they've put this out in the past. But I'm sorry, it's just not doing it for me. And I think it's important to continue to give feedback to Veve. I am going to go hats off. You guys need to keep doing what you're doing with the drops. I think you guys are on the right path here. You're using crafting, you're using scarcity, you're combining it all together because that is your strength, right? You're selling collectibles that are not intended for anything else except AR projection. You have the MCP program in the background now that's giving people utility to go for other scarce drops, and you're using scarcity and you're using this as a method to get people excited about the drop. And I think that is what you have to keep doing. I also love the crafting aspect of this. So those who went for it and end up with a common, at least they can craft. So if they have the common, it creates more scarcity on the common while simultaneously giving them if they're in early and they go for this drop early, the Peter Parker, which at 616, I mean, it's not the most scarce on the app, but it's definitely more scarce than the other ones. So, and I mean, in 600s too, like it's kind of average in today's days, but at least like you go from a 3600 mint collectible down Miles Morales to a Peter Parker at 616. So these are my thoughts. I mean, I would love to hear your thoughts. Like, am I just like off the rockers when I talk about quality? Like, do you guys agree with me that like generally you've seen a downturn in quality and some of the collectibles of the past, like for example, these Mighties clearly to me were better quality of the past compared to now. But on the other side, on the positive side, do you guys agree that Veve is doing an amazing job with the drops and how they've organized and structured their drops to make it exciting for those on the app? So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, hit the bell notification to see every single video, every single day. Also, superstar VIP, $200 a month, star beside your name, massive spreadsheet giveaways. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. See you next one. Goodbye.